That's my part right there. Yo, okay, so this video is about what people often wonder, right? I just want you to think about this, right? Just think about this. People who have open minds will think about this. They'll look at this video and really wonder. Don't have a closed mind. If you have a closed mind, you won't be open to the truth. That's what you want, right? Don't you want the truth? You don't want the veil to come over your eyes and you just be like blinders of a horse. No, come on, man. So think about this. Think about afterlife, right? You got the afterlife. There have been people who say that they've seen certain things in the afterlife, and they would when they died, and then they were brought back, and they was able to tell people what they saw. A lot of people were saying that how they saw the light, and they saw the light, and they went to the light, and the light was like so warm and friendly, and they didn't want to leave, and oh my God, and they saw their family members that passed, and it was just so wonderful. And then next thing, but they also were talking about how they saw themselves, they saw their bodies as they was floating over their body, and if they were in the hospital or something, they saw people working on them, stuff like that. But the reason why I brought that up is because there has been cases where people were talking about what they saw when they died, and people were around them, and then they said they went to a whole nother room and saw people talking, and when they came back to life, they told these people that what they were talking about, and there's no way that this person would know what they're talking about because they're in a whole nother room being resuscitated, right? So how you 2-3 rooms over and know what somebody was wearing, what they were doing, what they were saying? There's no way. There's no way that you would know that, right? So this is why I'm saying, like, you can't deny that some of these things could be true, because there are cases where people are like, there's no way this person should have known this, and and they say, hey, my body was suspended. I was suspended over my body. I saw this, that, and the other. Okay, so then that's when they were talking about after they were suspended above their body. Then they went to the light and they saw this, that, and the other. Then they came back. Now it's supposed to be a wonderful light, right? So I was thinking about this, and you got to think about this. That most religions have heaven and hell. Most religions have a heaven and hell, right? And a lot of religions believe in like Judgment Day, especially Christians. They believe in Judgment Day. Now, according to the Bible, it says that when Jesus comes back, the Messiah, Jesus comes back, that he is supposed to raise everybody. I mean, that's Judgment Day. Jesus come back, hey, Judgment Day. Everybody going. Living and dead, you're going. Come on, and you know what I'm saying, get judged. So at that point, that's when you're supposed to be judged, going to heaven or hell. Now I bring that up because if you die, and these people say they saw the afterlife, they were so warm and fuzzy and all this stuff, right? Well, are they being judged at that time? Because if you go into hell, are you supposed to feel this warm and fuzzy? And I'm just, oh my God, I see my family members, and I'm just so happy. Because they were saying they felt really good, happy, and joyous. If you go into hell, and God knows you going to hell, is he going to allow you to feel this joy, just this joy? So think about this. Think about, do we really have it right? Like, are we really going to get judged at a certain particular point, or are we judged when we die? Because some people said they died and they didn't see nothing. Now, it'll be some religious people out there will say, well, you ain't see nothing. That means you're going to hell, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hell. So I think a lot of people who died and they didn't see nothing. When they came back, they were probably like, yo, man, I ain't see nothing, man. What's going on? I need to change my life or something. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe some people might be like, and there's nothing. So basically, I can do whatever I want to do. I didn't see nothing. And I came back. Now, do they remember seeing nothing, or they just don't remember anything? Now, that's a difference also. If you remember there being just total darkness, that's one thing. But not remembering anything is another. I'm recording, mate. Thanks. And then, so it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. It makes you think. What's going to happen after you die? Now you're supposed to. I mean, think about this. You're supposed to really be in limbo, according to the Bible. You're supposed to be in limbo because Judgment Day is not supposed to come until Jesus come back. So let's say that I died today. Will I even know the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about this. Think about this logically. Is there such thing as time when you die? Do you know you're waiting? Or do you immediately think you're going to judgment? Because it could be just like that. Now, the crazy thing about that is these people experience all these things in the afterlife. Then they came back. Was it like a split second to them? Was it all in one? You know how when you have a dream, you can go to sleep for 10 seconds and have a dream. You really can. I know this to be true, not for me personally, but I've seen when people have passed out. It was this pass out game we did in Marine Corps, Marine combat training. All right. I hope ain't no kids watching. You sit somebody up against the wall. They take a couple of deep breaths, then they take a deep breath again, and then they let it out. They let it all the way out, and then somebody push on their chest. And they just hold their breath where ain't not holding anything because you don't have any oxygen. Press on their chest until they pass out. We did this in Marine combat training in the little hooches where we stayed at. Dude passed out. He woke up like 3-4 seconds later. He was like, like that, right? And then he was telling us how he had this long dream. It's like, dude, you was on there for a couple of seconds. He said he had this dream about this, that, and the other. I said, oh my God. So if he can dream that fast, is it a time? Is it an actual time when these people die? Do they recognize time? Is there time in between when they die in judgment? I mean, you really do some research on this stuff, man, because don't just sit there and just be like, la-di-da-di-dee and just going through life, not even questioning anything. You know what I'm saying? Because this could be your religion that either gets you closer to God, it might get you further away. I mean, that's just what God has allowed us the ability to make our own decisions. I mean, you have to really understand that God has allowed us to make our own decisions. So you can't just say, well, don't think about that. Just think about God. No, he don't want you to do that. He don't want you to be a robot. He wants you to, that's why he gave you thought and this brain to be able to make decisions and stuff. He wants you to find out. He wants you to actively seek out. And a lot of times it will allow people to have peace of mind once you do your research. Or it might cause you to go the other way. I mean, God ain't gonna, he don't have no say so in that because he's giving you free will. So this is a religious video, but it's also kind of scientific video as well, because it's been noted that these things, these afterlife things have happened and people have studied, doctors have studied. Now, to be on the safe side, doctors have said that they believe that your brain deteriorates, decomposes, and that's when it makes you have all these thoughts and stuff like that. But if that's the case, then you should be brain dead by the time you get back, right? But these people not.